Hi everyone, I'm doing another video, and this time it's about a topic that I've talked about on numerous occasions. I got a couple of messages, specifically two messages recently that said, well, do you have a problem with wealthy people? Do you have a problem with people who are well off? They worked so hard. And my problem, my concern is absolutely not with people who have worked hard and gotten to where they are in their career and are financially secure, wealthy. That is perfectly fine. My concern is, specifically in classical music, is the organizations, master classes, individuals in leadership roles that don't understand that they serve specifically to the wealthy, and they don't provide too many opportunities for those who cannot afford those master classes, festivals, various other things. I think that if a master class or a festival cannot provide at least 50% of the students with full scholarship situation, then those master classes and festivals should not exist. Because if we have master classes and festivals that ask for $2,000-3,000 plus the student or the musician, the young musician, has to pay for the flight and hotel and all this stuff, then the people who don't have the financial security, who cannot afford $5,000-6,000 for a festival, they cannot participate in those festivals. So the people who can afford those festivals end up going to those festivals, end up making the connections, and have that name of the festival, name of the teacher on their resume. So when they're applying to these other jobs, they get those opportunities that another student doesn't get. Not because the other student is not talented, but because the other student did not have the opportunity to study with this teacher, because they didn't have the money to pay to study with the teacher or to go to that festival. So the people in leadership roles should understand that if they're making a festival, if they're making a master class, it's great that they talk so much about equality and all this stuff, but show that you care about giving people an equal opportunity to study and to progress and to get to somewhere. Because it's great to post stuff on the social media and talk about equality, diversity, and all these things, but it's another thing to actually step up and do it. Because many of these master classes, many of these festivals do not provide opportunities for people who cannot afford them. I also want to go to many festivals and many master classes. Unfortunately, I can't, because I can't afford any of those master classes. But many others have written fancy resumes and biographies about how they've conducted this and that orchestra in master classes they've conducted in Germany, and this and people who are hiring, they're looking at this resume and saying, oh, okay, so this person conducted Berlin something, and Ukraine something, and Italy something, and people who didn't have those opportunities and the finances to go to these master classes don't get the opportunity to succeed and get to the next step in their career. So again, for specifically those two people and others who probably were upset with what I said about the wealthy, my concern is not the people who are wealthy and well off. They've worked hard, they got to where they are. My concern is, again, the leadership in arts administration, arts organizations, the organizations and master classes and festivals that don't provide too many opportunities for people who can't afford these opportunities. And again, this comes to in sports and many other fields. Just take a look at the sports that you like. If you take tennis and basketball and all these things, I won't even get into the details. Just look at the people who play those sports and think about who had the opportunities to play those specific sports, because there is a connection to classical music, and that's how it works in some of these fields. And that's about it for today. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll be back with the podcast at some point in the near future. Thank you. Bye.